When a man is secretly obsessed with a woman, he might not say it, he might not even show it directly, but he feels it deep inside. You see, men are funny creatures. We're taught to hide emotions, to play it cool, to act like nothing shakes us. But when a man is truly into you, when you become his secret obsession, trust me, his actions will tell you long before his words ever do. When a man is truly obsessed with a woman, even if he tries to hide it, his actions will always speak louder than his words. You see, ladies, men are not as complicated as they seem. We just express things differently. A man might not come out and say, I'm obsessed with you, because that's not how men are wired. Most of us have been taught to stay in control, to never appear weak, and to never let a woman see that she's got us wrapped around her finger. But if you pay close attention, his behavior will tell you everything you need to know. When his feelings are real, his consistency becomes your biggest clue. When a man is secretly obsessed, he'll find every reason to be around you, even if it's disguised as coincidence. He'll show up at places he knows you'll be, text you just to check on your day, or call with some small excuse that doesn't really matter, because the truth is, he just wants to hear your voice. His pride might make him play it cool, but his actions will show that he's drawn to you in ways he can't explain. He'll make sure you feel safe around him. He'll remember your needs without you having to repeat them. And when life gets tough, he'll be there before you even ask. That's how men say, you matter to me, without using those words. See, a man can tell you anything. He can say he likes you. He can say he's interested. He can even say he loves you. But words don't mean much if they aren't backed up by effort. A man's real language is consistency. He may not post you on social media. He may not express every emotion out loud, but the way he prioritizes you will reveal everything. He'll rearrange his schedule just to make time for you. You'll remember the small things, how you take your coffee, what shows you like, what stresses you out, because you've become important to him. His attention is his investment, and when he's obsessed, he invests heavily. Even when you pull away or try to create distance, he'll find a way back into your orbit. Not in a desperate way, but through steady persistence. He'll check on you. He'll notice when something's off, and he'll be there to make sure you're okay. Because when a man truly cares, his instincts won't let him stay silent when he feels something is wrong with you. That's obsession disguised as concern. He might act casual, but deep down, he's always watching, always noticing, always protecting. And here's the truth. Men show love through what they do, not just what they say. When he's secretly obsessed, he'll make sacrifices you don't even see. Maybe he's tired, but still shows up for you. Maybe he's busy, but still checks in. Maybe he's not great with words, but he shows love through actions, small gestures, and quiet loyalty. You'll feel his presence even when he's not around, because a man who's secretly obsessed doesn't need to shout his feelings. His actions will speak them loud and clear. When a man is secretly obsessed with you, one of the biggest giveaways is how closely he pays attention to your smallest details. Ladies, when a man truly cares, he starts to study you in ways even you might not notice. He pays attention to what makes you laugh, what makes you quiet, and what makes you glow. He remembers the things you think are insignificant, the story you told once about your childhood, the snack you reach for when you stress, the song that always lifts your mood. He's not just listening to respond, he's listening to understand you. And that's a man's way of saying, you matter to me. You see, when a man is deeply drawn to you, you become his favorite subject of focus. He starts observing your habits, your moods, your tone. He can tell when something's bothering you before you even say it because he's tuned in emotionally, even if he tries to pretend he's not. A man who pays attention like that isn't just curious, he's connected. He notices when you change your hairstyle, when you wear a new perfume, when your voice sounds a little different over the phone. He'll compliment things you didn't think anyone noticed because he's genuinely observing you. When a man's heart is involved, he becomes a quiet investigator of your soul. And he won't always say it out loud, but he's memorizing everything about you, your laugh, your body language, the way your eyes light up when you're talking about something you love. That kind of attention isn't accidental. It's emotional investment. Even when he's trying to act cool or detached, you'll catch those subtle moments where his attention gives him away. Maybe he finishes your sentences, remembers something you said weeks ago, or checks in about something small you mentioned in passing. He might tease you about little things, but that teasing comes from a place of familiarity. It's his way of showing that he's been paying attention. Because for men, sometimes affection comes out through humor, through small gestures, through details they hold on to without meaning to. And if he's hiding his feelings, his awareness of you will be the one thing he can't control. That kind of focus doesn't come from a casual place. Men don't give that level of attention to just anyone. When he's secretly obsessed, his mind keeps circling back to you, trying to understand what makes you different. You become the standard he measures other women against, and he doesn't even realize he's doing it. He'll compare your energy, your kindness, your strength, because once a woman captures his heart, every other connection starts to feel a little less meaningful. And here's the part that's so telling. He'll use what he learns to make you feel seen. He'll show up with your favorite drink. He'll play the song you once mentioned, or he'll send a message at the exact moment you need it most. Those small things are not random. That's how a man shows love without saying it. When he studies your details, he's building a map of your heart. And even if he hides his emotions, his attention will always reveal the truth. When a man is secretly obsessed with you, one of the clearest signs is how he shows jealousy, but tries to hide it behind humor. Now, ladies, let me tell you something. Men are prideful creatures. We don't like to admit when we're jealous because it makes us feel vulnerable, like we're losing control. But when a man truly has feelings for you, that little green monster shows up whether he wants it to or not. He might not come out and say, "I don't like you talking to him," but his tone will shift, his energy will change, and his jokes will suddenly have an edge to them. He'll say things like, "Oh, so that's your new friend, huh?" Or "He must be funny if he's making you laugh like that." He'll make it sound playful, but deep down, he's checking the situation. He's trying to see if he still holds that special place in your world. When a man is obsessed, his protective instincts kicking stronger than his pride. He might laugh it off when another man compliments you, but you can feel the tension in his body language. He'll start paying closer attention to how other men act around you, even if he pretends he's not bothered. That's because when a man really cares, the thought of someone else getting close to you hits a nerve. He's not jealous because he doesn't trust you. He's jealous because he's emotionally invested and doesn't know how to say it, so instead he hides behind humor. He'll make sarcastic comments or playful jokes to cover up what he's really feeling inside. But underneath that smile is a man who's saying, I hope he doesn't have what I have with her. See, men aren't always good with emotions. We're taught to mask them, to keep it cool. But when a man is secretly obsessed, jealousy becomes his tail. He starts wanting to know where you are, who you're with, what you're doing. But he'll ask in a casual way. He'll act like he's just curious, but really he's making sure you're not slipping away. He wants reassurance without asking for it directly. That's why you'll notice small changes. Maybe his texts become more frequent, or he gets quiet when another man's name comes up. He'll joke about it, but there's truth behind that humor. And the funny thing is, the more he tries to hide it, the more obvious it becomes. His eyes will give him away. His silence will give him away. That shift in his tone when he feels someone else's presence around you, that's his heart talking, even when his mouth says nothing. It's not about control. It's about fear. Fear of losing what he's found in you. When a man is secretly obsessed, his jealousy isn't about ownership. It's about emotion. It's about realizing that you've become someone he doesn't want to lose. And even if he hides it behind a laugh, that jealousy is proof that you've reached a place deep inside him where very few people ever get to go. When a man is secretly obsessed with you, one of the most powerful signs is how he invests his time into your happiness. You see, ladies, time is a man's most valuable possession. We don't give it to just anyone. A man might spend money easily, but when he gives you his time, that's when you know you mean something to him. A man who's secretly obsessed will always find a way to be part of your world. Even when he's busy, even when he's tired, he'll make space for you in his life. Because deep down, he's not doing it out of obligation. He's doing it out of devotion. He wants to see you smile, to see you relax, to know that he's the reason behind your peace. He'll check in to make sure you're okay, not because he feels like he has to, but because your well-being has become his priority. If he knows you've had a rough day, he'll find a way to lift your mood, maybe a call, a funny text, or just showing up with your favorite snack. Those small gestures may not look grand, but they mean everything. That's a man's way of saying, I see you, I care, and I want to make things better for you. He doesn't need a big reason to reach out. Your happiness is reason enough. Even if he hides his feelings, his consistency will reveal how much you matter. A man's time tells you what his heart won't say. If he's constantly making time for you, rearranging his plans, sacrificing his comfort, or staying up late just to talk, that's not coincidence. That's effort. That's emotional investment. You become the person he looks forward to hearing from, the voice he wants to end his day with, the energy that recharges him. He might not tell you how much he thinks about you, but his actions will show that you become a part of his routine, a part of his peace. He's building his days around moments with you, even if they're short. When a man is obsessed, your joy becomes his mission. He'll notice when you're off balance and try to make it right. He'll listen to you when you vent, not because he has all the answers, but because he wants to be your safe place. He'll celebrate your wins, even the small ones, because your success feels like his success. That's how you know you've touched his heart, when your emotions affect his mood, when your laughter feels like a reward to him. He might not always express it through words, but his presence speaks volumes. He'll show up for you in ways that feel subtle yet steady. He'll be there when you least expect it, and when you need him most, somehow he'll just know. That's not coincidence, that's connection. When a man is secretly obsessed, he doesn't just chase your attention, he invests in your happiness. Because to him, seeing you smile isn't just a good moment, it's the reason he keeps showing up. When a man is secretly obsessed with you, one of the most telling signs is how he talks about the future, even if he never says us. Ladies, this is a big one and it's subtle, so you have to pay attention. A man who is genuinely invested in you will start envisioning a life that includes you, even if he doesn't outright admit it. He might talk about his dreams, his goals, or what he wants to accomplish. And somehow you notice that you're always part of that picture. He'll say things like, when I get my own place, it'll be perfect. Or when I start that new job, I'll finally have time for fun. On the surface, it may sound general, like he's just talking about his life. But you start realizing that in all these scenarios, you're the unspoken part of his plan. It's not that he's explicitly declaring his intentions. He's cautious. He's protective of his vulnerability. But a man who secretly obsesses over you will naturally plan around the idea of you being present in his life. You might notice him imagining experiences you could share, places you could go, or milestones you could celebrate together. He'll ask your opinions on things, bring up ideas, or discuss possibilities that only make sense if you were included. And the crazy part is, he often doesn't even realize he's doing it. His mind drifts to you because you've taken up a permanent space in his thoughts, even if he's pretending to be casual. He'll talk about the future in small, almost casual ways. Maybe he mentions taking a trip and wonders if you'd like it. Or he talks about buying something for his home and imagines it fitting into your tastes. He's subtly testing how your life could mesh with his without ever putting it into words. And that's a strong sign. Men don't do that unless they're invested. Planning and imagining are deeply personal acts. You're only included in that mental picture if he genuinely cares and if he can't imagine a life without you being part of it. Even when he hides his feelings, you'll notice these little glimpses into his dreams. He might avoid saying we or us, but his tone, his excitement, and the way he lingers on certain ideas will give him away. He's obsessed with possibilities that include you because your presence in his life matters more than he can express. And when you notice these patterns, it becomes clear that he's building a life where you fit, not out of obligation, not out of convenience, but because he genuinely wants you there. A man's vision of the future says more than any declaration ever could. Words can be empty, promises can fade, but a man who consistently includes you in his plans, even quietly, is revealing the depth of his feelings. When he talks about what's coming next, pay attention to the spaces where you naturally appear. That's where you'll see the obsession, the care, and the hope all intertwined. Even if he hides it from everyone else, these glimpses of his heart are his way of showing you that in his mind, in his dreams, and in his life, you already belong. When a man is secretly obsessed with you, one of the clearest signs is that he simply cannot stay away no matter how hard he tries. Now, ladies, this is something you can feel in your bones if you pay attention. A man who is drawn to you in this way may try to act indifferent, may even pull back for a while to play it cool, but his heart and his instincts keep pulling him back to you. It's not about desperation and neediness. It's about an unshakable connection that he cannot ignore. Even when he convinces himself that he should give you space or that he needs to focus on other parts of his life, something inside him keeps nudging him to reach out, to check in, to see how you're doing. He'll find excuses to be around you. Maybe he calls you just to say hi or texts you about something trivial, but really he's seeking any opportunity to connect. His presence, even in the smallest form, becomes a habit that he cannot break. When a man is secretly obsessed, distance is almost impossible. He might think he's hiding it, but the pull toward you is too strong to ignore. Whether it's a casual message, a random drop-in, or showing up unexpectedly, he always finds a way back. Even when life is hectic, when work is demanding or other responsibilities are pressing, he'll make time, not out of obligation, but because his mind and heart are wired to prioritize you, even subconsciously. It's like gravity. No matter how far he tries to push away, he keeps being drawn back. You might notice that he knows when you need support or when something significant is happening in your life, even if you haven't told him. That's not coincidence. That's him staying connected because he can't stay away. A man who is secretly obsessed will also pay attention to your rhythms and moods. He might notice when you're distant or stressed, and he'll instinctively try to reach out. Even if he's hiding his feelings, he can't ignore the tug to be part of your world. It's not about controlling you or being overbearing. It's about a deep emotional connection that makes your life matter to him in a way that goes beyond casual interest. And here's the thing, absence doesn't break him. You might think that giving him space or pulling back will make him move on, but it rarely does. A man who is secretly obsessed will find ways to return, whether through a text, a call, or showing up in unexpected ways. His attachment isn't about convenience or circumstance. It's about genuine care and emotional investment. He may hide his obsession from others, but he cannot hide it from himself. And it inevitably shows in his action. When you notice this pattern, the constant pull, the subtle persistence, the unwillingness to stay away, you're seeing the unmistakable mark of obsession. He may not say it aloud, he may try to act casual, but his heart refuses to let go. That's how you know, without a doubt, that you are someone he cannot ignore, someone who has taken over his thoughts, his energy, in a permanent place in his life, whether he admits it or not.